I don't know what it is about buying a new house that turns neighbors into monsters. Maybe jealousy, maybe entitlement, maybe just pure, unfiltered stupidity. But let me take you back to the beginning. Before the revenge, before the police complaints, before my neighbor's entire life collapsed. I had just bought a house in the capital city in Asia. The old owners were family friends, good people who had moved abroad 3 years ago and desperately needed cash. So the place? Yeah, it was cheap, but also a complete fixer-upper. The front door didn't even have a real lock, just a rusting padlock that looked like it hadn't been touched since the 90s. There was no gate either, so people would stroll in and out of the property like it was a public park. And on my very first day living there, I walk into my garage and see a random motorcycle parked like I'm the intruder. I dragged it out and left it on the street. An hour later, some angry dude banged on my new gate, shouting, kicking, demanding I open up. I didn't. I just watched him silently through my window as he eventually gave up and rolled his precious bike home. That's when I started thinking, great, this neighborhood is going to be a circus. But things calmed down for a while. Fast forward about a week. I'm taking what should have been a relaxing evening shower when suddenly the water pressure drops. Not a little, not gradually. It's like someone grabbed the pipe outside and squeezed it. At first, I'm confused. Did something break? Is the pump malfunctioning? Then I hear it. Through the tiled wall, faint but unmistakable, the humming, rhythmic chugging of a water pump coming from my neighbor's house. An old guy, 60-something, living on the ground floor and renting out the top 2 levels to tenants. He hated that my friends sold the house to me. They warned me about him too. He doesn't want strangers next door, they said. He's angry the place won't stay abandoned anymore. Cute. But I'm a 6-foot guy with 3 dogs. I figured he'd keep his distance. He did, but apparently his water hose didn't. The moment his pump stopped, I turned my taps back on. Boom. Pressure completely normal. That wasn't a coincidence. Not in a million years. And suddenly, the last few years made sense. My friends told me the water bills for the empty house kept increasing, even though no one lived there. They blamed leaks, but deep down, something didn't add up. And now, it clicked. This old man had been siphoning water from the property for years. I checked every faucet, every leak point, every shut-off valve. I couldn't find the exact spot where he connected his pump to my line, but the pressure drop was all the evidence I needed. Here's the thing. Water is dirt cheap where I live. $5 a month. Even when washing 3 dogs, the car, watering the garden, and, apparently, hydrating my neighbor for free. It wasn't about money. It was about entitlement. About someone thinking they deserved to help themselves to my property just because it was easy. Just because they thought I wouldn't notice. Just because, in his mind, I wasn't supposed to be here. That respect sat in my chest like burning coals. I didn't want to fight. I didn't want drama. But I wanted justice. And then I realized how to get it. All I had to do was turn off my main water supply. Not illegal, not confrontational, not even suspicious. Just a tiny twist of a valve. But the result? Oh, he had no idea what was coming. His pump relied on my water to fill his rooftop tanks. If water didn't flow, his pump would run endlessly, trying desperately to fill something that wasn't filling. Every second it ran dry, the motor overheated, the wiring strained, The fuses weakened. That house still had 1990s wiring. No modern safeguards, no automatic cutoff. So, I waited.
His pump flicked on around 10 p.m. Brrr, like a mosquito in my ear. I walked outside, calm, quiet, almost ceremonially, and I turned off the valve. Then I waited. Hours passed. I went to bed smiling. At 3 in the morning, I heard it. Not the pump, no. I heard yelling, doors slamming open, voices rising through the still night. The tenants, both floors, both families. Why is there no water? Why is only our building out of power? What did you do? Their voices were sharp, panicked, and furious. The wiring in his house? Burnt to a crisp. The pump motor fried. The house? Completely without water and electricity. And legally, this was huge. Where I live, cutting water and power to tenants, even accidentally, is grounds for massive penalties. Within 48 hours, both tenants filed police complaints. One family moved out immediately. The old man? His hands were shaking as he argued with them. He looked small, defeated, cornered. And all I did was turn a valve. Within days, he had to refund both tenants' deposits, pay a $500 government fine, fix all the wiring, replace the pump, and he couldn't rent the house again until everything was repaired. He had no savings, no backup income. Being a retired mechanic, his tenants were his only source of money. By the end of the week, he was packing his bags, moving out to his daughter's house because he could no longer afford to live alone. All because he tried to steal water. Eventually, he came to my gate, not to apologize, but to ask, cautiously, "Did you turn off your water supply?" I gave him a lazy shrug. "Oh yeah, my tank had a leak. Plumber fixed it the next day." His face froze. Not angry, not confused, just defeated. He knew. He knew I knew. He knew he couldn't say a word, because admitting anything would incriminate him. He just nodded and walked away slowly, shoulders slumped. And that was the last time he ever looked me in the eye. Next week, I had a plumber remove every single unnecessary pipe leaving my property. Sealed, locked, secured. No more leeches, no more entitlement, no more neighbor problems, just peace. 2 birds, 1 tap. There's a special kind of satisfaction that comes from someone writing their own downfall with their own greed. He stole water for years, thought he was clever, thought the abandoned house would never fight back. Instead, a single twist of a valve, a tiny legal action, collapsed his entire world. He lost his tenants, lost his income, lost his home, and lost the ability to ever mess with me again. And the best part? He still doesn't know how much I knew. That's chef's kiss revenge. Sometimes in life, people take advantage simply because they think they can. But entitlement always has a cost. And karma? Karma is creative. If someone tries to drain you, your energy, your patience, or your literal water, don't underestimate the power of a quiet, well-planned response. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button and subscribe for more wild Reddit revenge stories. Tell me in the comments, what's the pettiest but most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? I read every comment, and who knows, your story might be the next video. Thanks for watching,
and I'll see you in the next one.